Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another video here. In this one, we're going to jump into another showdown slate. This time, we have the Cincinnati Bengals going to Pittsburgh, playing in Heinz. So we're going to have a really good Monday Night Football game here. I can't wait to get into this one with you. If you watched Sunday Night Football last night and my video, I am still just surprised, to say the least. Amari Cooper saw Marshawn Lattimore every single snap of the game, it felt like, and Dak Prescott just did not play well against a team that had given up the most fantasy points to QBs all year. So I think it was probably an outlier, but still not a good thing when Will Lutz is scoring pretty much one of the highest amounts of points on the slate. So we're going to try to do a little bit better here on Monday Night Football. As always, if you have not already, please do leave a like on this video. I greatly appreciate it. And if you do have any questions, comments, anything like that, whether it's your season-long league, Draftkings, FanDuel, Yahoo, any DFS stuff, let me know in the comment section below. I'm happy to help you out with any advice that I can. But let's go ahead and jump right into this one here. Coming up here at the top of the salary, we have James Conner, who, in my opinion, is a decent play for cash. He's kind of a safe play. I don't see him breaking the slate. Cincinnati's run defense is middle of the way at best. Where we're really going to look to expose this Cincinnati team is going to be through the air. I don't think this is going to be a super low-scoring game. That does not mean, though, that the defenses are not options here. The Steelers and Bengals defense playing each other, you have Mason Rudolph on one side, you have Andy Dalton on the other side. So without saying anything else, I mean, the defenses are always viable in a situation like that, just because of the fact that there are those pick sixes, there are 4 fumble recoveries, 3 sacks, and a pick. You never know what you're going to get from one of these quarterbacks. So the defenses, I wouldn't play both personally. Could it work out? Maybe, but I would limit myself to one defense. Like if I wanted to take the Bengals D in the flex, we could do that. But then I'm also probably going to do a pretty big Bengals stack here and just say Mason Rudolph just studs tonight. The only player I would probably have is going to be like Juju Smith-Schuster in the flex, and then basically fill it up with Bengals, Andy Dalton, etc. Same, and then vice versa with the Steelers. But where I'm looking to target this game is actually going to be in just a couple of spots. My favorite captain going into tonight is going to be Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd's just in a really good spot. I would love to show you all over here on Roto, but I'm going to work here in a little bit, and the ownership projections aren't up yet, and neither are the wide receiver DB matchups, but he should be lining up on Mike Hilton a lot. Hopefully I'm right this time, because if I'm not, I'm going to be pissed. But he should be lining up on Mike Hilton quite a bit tonight, who's just been absolutely horrendous this year. So for that reason, I like Tyler Boyd. That's where Andy Dalton's looking. And then if Tyler Boyd's not open, then he's looking to see if John Ross is open 55 yards down the field. And if he's not open, then that's where we look for Auden Tate down here. But Tyler Boyd's probably my favorite captain of the night, easily. And then I do think that you need to squeak in somebody to run it back with, like Juju Smith-Schuster here. The problem with this is this isn't like a slate like last night where we can only fit 3 of those top guys. Then we're trying to punt and then maybe play a kicker just to get up to a 5K. We can actually fit quite a bit in here, but almost any line I have with Tyler Boyd in captain, I'm going to have Andy Dalton below, and I'm probably going to have Juju. I'm going to have a lot of Juju tonight. He hasn't really had that big breakout game yet this year, and I'm not saying this is going to be it, but I think he's a pretty safe floor with a really high ceiling. Even at 10-4, I think he's underpriced. So I'm going to lock him in like that. That's probably going to be my core for most of my lineups tonight. It's either going to be Boyd in captain, Dalton in captain, or Juju in captain. But I do want to mention John Ross, because I will have John Ross in captain as well. If he does this again, that's okay. I can take the L on it. But if he does this again and I don't have him in captain anywhere, I'm going to be very upset with myself. So I wouldn't be surprised if John Ross wanted to make some plays happen here on primetime television. So I do like John Ross a lot. If we were to plug him in, we can still get both kickers. We could get both kickers. We could even get Gio Bernard and Boswell. There's quite a few things you could do. I think you could even get Vanette. Yeah, you can get Vanette and Randy Bullock. We gotta keep an eye on this still. Vance McDonald, doubtful. Probably not going to play, which would mean Vanette's going to start. He's new to the offense, but he would probably be the starting tight end if Vance McDonald misses. And DraftKings was smart. They went ahead and priced up Vanette kind of in preparation for that, rather than having Nick Vanette be 600 or 800 or something like that. So I think that's definitely an option. If you didn't want to play John Ross, you think he does tonight, go with Mixon. I mean, even if you take Mixon, then boom, boom, kicker. And if you don't want to do kicker, then do kicker Gio. Gio Bernard and Joe Mixon are not splitting time by any means. Obviously, Joe Mixon is going to be the bell cow in this in this offense here for Cincinnati at the running back position. But I don't hate the play on Gio. I don't hate playing them both either. Gio Bernard could easily vulture a touchdown or get a couple catches and 30, 40 yards. But if he does vulture that touchdown and you don't have any Gio Bernard, it's kind of going to be like that Jordan Howard against Green Bay. You got to have some of them somewhere, but if it's not going to be Tyler Boyd at captain, like I said, I do want some John Ross in captain. If we were going to build a John Ross captain lineup, this is going to be kind of like a more of a long shot GPP. Either it hits or it's last place. I'm going to want him. I'm going to want Andy Dalton. I'm going to want Juju. I'm probably still going to stick in Tyler Boyd here and just basically fading James Conner in GPPs and just hoping that he doesn't go nuts. But again, James Conner always has multiple touchdown upside. I don't think he's going to break 100 plus unless he gets that one real long run. If we come down, though, I do want to mention Tyler Eifert. Just no volume. He's just 5 targets, 1 target. If it's 5 or 1, I'm not going to want to pay $5,200 on a showdown slate for you. If it's 3 or 6, that's a different story. But when your floor is 1 catch for 18 yards, I'm not buying it. I do like Nick Vannett, though, honestly. If Vance McDonald misses, I think Vannett's going to be able to fill in pretty well. Probably run at least 30 or 40% routes on dropbacks for Mason Rudolph. But I do want to mention Mason Rudolph as well. I haven't talked about him yet. The only other option for me really at captain is going to be Juju at captain. I don't hate Andy Dalton at captain. I wouldn't have Mason Rudolph at captain. I don't hate Andy Dalton at captain though either. I'm okay with playing both QBs on this slate, just to be clear. And then if you want to be really weird or differentiate yourself, they have John Ross priced up. They have John Ross priced up 800, or he's 800 less than Tyler Boyd, which is more than I think he should be, just because of the downside. But I'm a little biased, I would say, because I want to play them both. If we're running something like this, you're probably going to have to just pick one, and I would rather pick the boom or bust player rather than kind of like the Tyler Boyd, who I assume is going to be way higher owned guy. So if we took him and we came down to look for someone real cheap, the only cheap option that I would find interest in, Alex Erickson, 4-3-1. I mean, if he gets 3 or 4 targets and he can pull out 6 points, maybe steal a touchdown, that's wonderful. I mean, if you have him, you're looking good. But I think our best bet is actually, I know he just had a 0 target week, but I think Ryan Switzer, he was only there for 5 snaps. It's sketchy, and a lot of people are probably going to disagree. I just don't see how they don't get him more involved. 6-6 week 1. Of course, he had Big Ben playing and everything like that. I don't know if it's because Big Ben's out that he's not on the field as much. But if it is, then it's just a bad call overall. But I think he is a pretty good money saver on a night like tonight, and then that allows you to get up to Auden Tate or the Steelers defense and hope they make a defensive touchdown or something like that. I'm okay with leaving salary on the slate here and taking a kicker or taking Nick Vannett. But again, though, my favorite captain is probably going to be Tyler Boyd. I'm not going to really look to fade him. I'm going to want him in almost every single lineup. He's got slate-breaking potential and a really high floor. John Ross, really low floor, really high ceiling. So, again, you got to kind of, think about it. Make some different lines, though. Again, I don't make one line and just put it in and hope that it does really well for showdowns. I make a lot of lines. I'm really hoping that when I have 3 lineups with Smith-Schuster at captain and 3 with Boyd and 3 with Ross and 3 with Connor, I want at least 3 lines of the best player on the slate at captain, and then hope that the 5 below them are all going to be, the best possible combination, essentially. And then you just take down the slate. So you don't have to play 150 lineups on these showdown slates to really hit it. I mean, if you have, James Conner, Juju, Andy Dalton, I don't think Mason Rudolph is going to be that guy. So these 3, John Ross, Tyler Boyd, that's probably all you need. If you just make 3 lineups of each one of those at captain, 15 lineups, put them all on the dollar. and then kind of fill in underneath them, correlate it, but also try to differentiate yourself and avoid that split prize. Try to have that unique lineup. Like I said, my core though is probably going to be something like this, and then I will have some lineups where I do this, and I will have some where I don't do that, and might even go ahead and stick in James Conner instead of Juju. I'm going to do a lot of weird stuff, but these are my guys tonight. Tyler Boyd in captain. I'm going to take Andy Dalton below him. Andy Dalton, too cheap. I wanted to mention that too. Way too cheap for a showdown. 25, 23, and 18. His upside's there. It's a divisional game on the road. I like Andy Dalton tonight. I think he's going to air it out as Tyler Boyd all night. But I will also have, I think I might do a recap video this week on like Wednesday morning or something like that. I'm not sure yet. It's either going to be a recap on Wednesday morning or I'll just do a Thursday night showdown. But we'll see. I don't know if y'all want me to recap kind of how my videos or picks and takes did the previous week. But I can do that. I'm not quite sure if I want to yet. I think it might just kind of be a boring video for most of y'all. I don't see if you want to know if I was right or wrong, you probably watched the video and you probably know if I was right or wrong. But I will be back at y'all by Wednesday with another video. And then if you have any suggestions, if I should do Thursday Night Football Showdown slate in that video, or if I should just go ahead and do kind of a recap of the week and everything like that, let me know. But it was a decent week 4. We split and not any big GPP takedowns. A couple of them cashed. Most of our cash lineups did fine. And came in the money, but I'm looking forward to week 5 already. It's just only going up from here. It's going to be a great NFL season. So if you have not already, please do go sign up over here on dfs-squid.com, and I will be here on Twitter all day today to answer any questions y'all have. So y'all have a great Monday, and let's get this bread tonight.